Hi everybody, hello and welcome. It's Ruth here at Artful Stampin. So I'm going to be making some Christmas cards using the stamp sheet that I stamped last night. I will try and remember to put a link to that video to show you how to make this really pretty paper. Now, if you're watching this on the replay, just to warn you, I'm about to do like about 15 minutes of die cutting. So if you want to skip ahead to the point where I start to make the cards, that's absolutely fine. It was a choice between, do I just go live and have a chat to folks in the live and, you know, have some company, or do I die cut on my own and then come live? So I decided to do the first and to just come on live. So hello everybody in the chat. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves, get to know each other if you've never been here before, and just have a jolly old good time. So I can see Janice has arrived. That means the fire is lit at Janice's. So if you all want to scoot over to Janice's and sit by her fire and have, you know, choose your drinks, then do that. Okay, so hi everybody. Hi Anne, Susan, Mindy, Carol, Leonie, Shaz, Caroline, Sherry, Vicky, Elizabeth, Mary Beth, Janice, Gina, thank you Gina. Hiya my darling, my son's just popped in. If anyone's got any questions about student life, you know, in North Wales, please ask Ethan now, you know. So there we go. Right, let me get my screen going. Hi Monica, great to see you. Thanks Vicky for sharing last night's video. I'll have to get that up and done. Hi Shaz, Casey, good to see you. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of die cutting, and I guess I wanted to also explain to you kind of the process that I go through, my brain process when trying to choose colours and textures for die cutting when making a kind of what I call a luxury card. Oh, I've just remembered we've got those lovely circle dies. We'll need a fire and rum as we're expecting snow this weekend. Oh, I'm sure Janice has got rum in the cupboard or bar or whatever it is she has at her fantasy cottage. So yeah, I mean, like, Janice actually lives in a flat, you know, but we're just gonna, for the sake of tonight, we're gonna, you know, oh no, is it a flat or is it, I presume it's a flat. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. No, she has a garden. Maybe not a flat then. Okay, but certainly not a cottage. Sorry, I'm digging myself. I'm going to keep digging. You know, I'm digging myself a hole. All right, let's get onto my desk before I dig myself an even with Janice, and then there we go. She's definitely got the rum in. Okay, that's great. So just a reminder on what it looked like that I stamped yesterday. I got this one. And I really like the idea of maybe cutting out a focal point and putting some textures behind it. And because we use snowflakes, I remembered that there are these lovely snowflakes in the Season of Chic die set. But also, now interestingly, I've just released the April thank you video. So some of you may have just been watching that. That featured this die set. And I thought it would be really nice to feature this with some snowflakes. So that is kind of what I'm going for. Now I just need to find a little bit of a pokey tool because I can see there are some little bits still stuck in here from the last time I used it. And it is helpful to get rid of those little pieces because they can get a bit clogged up in there and can cause your dies not to cut as well as they should be. So what is a one-sheet wonder, Ethan says, asking for a friend. So a one-sheet wonder is typically what a lot of people who make cards, it's a process of cutting up a patterned piece of paper. So usually it's actually this size paper. This is 12 inches by 12 inches. And so a one-sheet wonder is a way of cutting this up into lots of different pieces to make lots of cards. All right, but what I do is not necessarily used a pre-printed piece of paper, but I stamp my own paper. So a stamped one sheet wonder is where you stamp it yourself, and again you cut it up into sections to make lots of cards. So some people like to make cards where they will just cut small pieces of paper and stamp onto those small pieces of paper, whereas I prefer to create my own paper and then cut it up for use. I think it actually saves time. Even though this takes, this took about an hour to do, I'm going to get maybe eight cards from this if I'm careful with what I do. Right, so I grabbed out from my existing stash of papers and cards this gorgeous glimmer paper, which is in the annual catalogue. I've already used some of it for a workshop, but I've realised I've got the navy one here, and I've also got the Fresh Freesia. I probably won't be using the pink, but Fresh Freesia was a colour that actually did get used in last night's Stamp One Sheet Wonder. Of course, the blue is fine. Then I had this piece of paper, and I'm not sure whether to cut into it, so I may or may not, but that's got the two blues that I used. It's got Balmy Blue, Misty Moonlight in there. And then, of course, there's this beautiful paper, the Countryside Inn, which I don't know why it's called Countryside Inn. I keep wanting to call it Cottage something and I keep stopping myself. But here we've got some really great, just plain design. So I really like that stripe. What's on the back of that one? Oh, that one's quite a good one. Just fairly plain with a little bit of detail on it, but nothing that's going to kind of pull your eye away too much from the focal point, which should be your stamped paper. So let me just see what else is in here. Oh, that one's not too bad as well. Okay, might use some of that. So this is like my bag of that paper, and so I throw in all the scraps that get left over and just keep it all together. It's just, oh no, that one doesn't go in there. I'm going to put the wrong one in. All right, so pop that there. Right, then I'm going to get my cut and emboss machine out. Just move these to the side for a second. Oh, why is my... don't know why I'm being glitchy. That's a bit weird. Hi, Matilda. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Shaz. Oh. Okay, and let's just remind ourselves of the colours I did use last night. Used a bit of Lost Lagoon, Blackberry Bliss. So I'm going to get some of those colours out to play with. A bit of Pool Party. Bit of the Peacock. So I've got my dies ready to cut. I'm going to cheat a little bit and use the magnetic plate, because I do sometimes find that helpful when using multiple dies so that they don't move around on my machine too much. Right. I'm just going to lay some of these down. The paper's a little bit bendy there, but Ethan, are you back from your meeting? So this is a die cutting machine, and in order for it to work, you need to use a special combination of plates to squeeze down the dies onto the cardstock, and then it will cut it out. Hi, Carrie. Oh, we're all beautiful. We're talking about it in the eye of the beholder. I was talking to my daughter the other day about the book The Twits by Roald Dahl, and I love how in The Twits he explains how some people might not be necessarily, you know, blessed looking very attractive, but they are beautiful on the inside, and that beauty on the inside shines through. And there's this little illustration of people in the book, and then he talks about how some people might seem like they're all attractive and beautiful on the outside, but if they're ugly on the inside, eventually that ugliness shines through. So right, so that die there hasn't cut through all my piece. It hasn't cut through super well, so I'm going to run that one through again. I do want that one cut through. Now sometimes that does happen where the die needs a bit of help. So if that's the case, oh, I've just emptied my recycling. So I'm out of like scrap paper. Put that on. It's nice to finally have your own room. Oh, bless him. He's been sharing a bedroom for pretty much all his life. So I think he's enjoying the privacy. I have a face only a mother could love. I'm sorry, that's funny. That's not true, Shaz. Not true at all. All right, so I've cut a few bits out. Got a bit more to go. What did I say? About 15 minutes this is going to take me, this process. So we're just going to keep on keeping on. Oh, some snowflakes. That would be helpful. I might cut some leaves as well while I'm here. So when you're using any sort of magnetic plate, sometimes the magnets, because they've got negative, positive underneath there, sometimes the magnets do jump around a little bit. Just be aware of that and make sure that they're not lying on top of each other, because that's the way to damage your beautiful dies. And so just double check before you roller it through that everything has its own space. Hi, Laura. Are you and Ethan in the same room? I've got a feeling Ethan is at his friend's flat. And what have you had for tea tonight, Ethan? And who cooked it? This is the way I stay in touch with my son, you see. I'm only joking, we did actually talk to him earlier. Oh my goodness, I need to tell you guys about my dinner. So we have some friends. I think I've talked to you about these friends who, he's a beekeeper. And his wife is going to be on her way back from Kenya very soon. Hi, Sian, if you're watching. That's her daughter, Sian, who likes to watch me. And the other day, my husband and his parents went to go visit them, and he came home with 2 ribeye steaks from their own, like they have a small holding and they keep their own cattle and goats and pigs and stuff. So they have the most amazing meat. So he came home with these like 2 giant steaks. So my third son, who's still at home, loves mac and cheese. Really loves mac and cheese. So he put a request in for when we went shopping to make sure we got some macaroni pasta to make it. And so I decided that we were going to have mac and cheese and steak for tea. So we made the mac and cheese from scratch. Now, I do want to know, so it was tasty enough, the mac and cheese. It was, you know, it was all right. However, I would really like to make it where, you know, when you cut into the mac and cheese and you pull it and it goes kind of a little bit cheesy, stringy. Because I just used cheddar, it didn't do that. So what cheese do you guys recommend that I use if I want to have like a bit of stringy cheese in there? So initially I just thought like mozzarella. So, but I'm happy to take ideas of what else I could use. You fried some friend cooked some lamb. Lamb? You're a student. Friend cooked some lamb to perfection, planned to have pasta, but it wasn't to the chef's taste. So that was thrown away and we just had the lamb. Oh, the pasta wasn't mozzarella. Oh, you're all saying mozzarella. Okay, so you would make your cheese sauce, yeah? Cook the macaroni, mix it all together with the cheddar, but then would you just dollop lumps of mozzarella into the pasta mixture? Or would you melt it all in together before putting it in the oven? I just think if you melt it all in, isn't it going to start splitting? Grated mozzarella. Oh. Oh, does Edam? Yeah, you might have fainted. My poor son Ethan does not get on with cheese. It's not that he's allergic to it or intolerant or anything like that. Just ever since he was a child, he could not stand the smell of it and the taste of it. And only very recently, he can eat cheese off pizza, which is exactly the same as my husband. When I first met him, he would not eat cheese, but then after a while, he would eat cheese on pizza. Bacon. Take out the cheese and add bacon. Oh, funny child. Yeah, no, I forgot to put bacon in it. But I tell you what we did do to spice it up, make it a bit more tasty. We added a little bit of paprika, smoked paprika, and some garlic powder. And I didn't need to add any salt because my very exuberant son decided to very heavily salt the steaks, which I let him do. And then he's learnt his lesson. He's not doing that again. They were just slightly too salty. So, but no, it was good. He needed to learn how to, you know, how to cook it. So, but no, it was very enjoyable. Some of the meat just melted in the mouth. Ugh, it was really good steak. Right, so that was Pool Party and Pretty Peacock that I just cut some elements out of. So now I've got some Lost Lagoon. Just going to cut a few bits out of this. I'm also thinking of cutting out some... Oh, actually, no, I tell you what, no, I'll save that. Sorry, I'm thinking ahead a little bit, but I'll do a slightly different technique in a sec with the layering dies, the circles and so forth. Let's just cut a few more of these out, and then ooh, you hear the rain, it's raining. It's like a weird jigsaw puzzle doing this. I must have got something else that can fit in here. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's wanting to jump around though. Jump, jump. Guys want to jump, jump. Hi, Cindy Fox Taylor. Oh, Barb says Munster cheese. Oh. Oh, he has it out of a box. Ah. Broccoli, spinach, ham, bright bacon quiche, and added Havarti with dill cheese and cheddar and mozzarella. Whoa, I'm loving all these like multiple cheese dishes. I think maybe that is the key. Yes, more than one type of cheese. Yeah, if I'd had some Parmesan, the Parmesan would have gone on the top. But I'll tell you what we did do to make it go, the top go crispy. We mixed some cheddar with some tortilla chips, like crisps, and crunch them up to make a crunchy topping. So we did do that. Wowzers, it is raining. Can you hear? I always add extra cheese if I use a box. Yeah, I was trying to explain to my son, you know, it's really good if you can learn to make a white sauce because, you know, the supermarkets can sell you a jar of sauce, but it's probably cheaper and not healthier, but, you know, at least you know where it comes from when you make your own. And it's just like a splash of butter with some flour and some milk. It's fairly easy to make once you know how. So there we go. That's one thing I didn't teach you how to do, Ethan, before you left home. Oops. Oopsie doops. All right, I will leave my cut and emboss machine back in a minute, but what I'm going to do first is look at what I want to use here. Now, to save my brain for a bit, I'm going to just do a bit of a simple, maybe squarish layout. Sorry, I've just realised I'm stepping on stuff. You feel hungry now? You fancy a cheese sandwich? Tastes better when you make it yourself. Yes, it does. Hi, Vicky. Oh, I love cauliflower cheese. 4 cheeses on cauliflower cheese. Ooh, what would you put on your cauliflower cheese then? Right, seeing as I have this bit of paper, I'll cut that down to 10. Make my life a bit easier. Cut that at 14.35. We'll go with that one for now. 12.5, so we'll just do that 12.5 by 12.5. Decided to use this side because this corner is in better condition than that corner. All right, we'll start there. Right, I quite like the idea maybe cutting down like that, so we have exactly the same size pieces. So 10 by 14.35 there. And then I'm going to get a die and cut through both of them in one go and then swap them. I think that's going to be the plan for that one. Then for this one, what have I got left here? Ooh, 6.6. centimetres, so I'm going to cut that there, save that for later. This is going to have some kind of border on it, and this is what I want to bring some of that gorgeous glimmer kind of paper and make a beautiful kind of frame for that. So I'm actually just going to cut this at 6 inches because I'm going to try and use a die to cut that with. So I've got this set called Stylish Shapes, and they're a great little combination of squares, circles and labels. So I want to see what that will fit into. Ooh, beautiful, that one. So if I cut out something with that, and then maybe cut up some labels to go on some of the others. And then while I'm at it, I think I'll cut out some circles. Do that as well. Then pop that one inside that one. Because, you know, we don't want to waste the inners. Right, machine. Come back, machine. Just going to place that carefully onto my plates there. Yeah, you see how that wants to just shift a bit? I have to kind of find the sweet spot for these. There we go. Oh, see, that's wanting to shift around a bit. Right, hold that tight. Put your square on an angle. Yeah, it's on a slight angle. So that should be enough. Oh, I don't think any of those moved. I'm risking it. Oh dear. Alright, that should be good. Yeah, those have cut through. That's cut through. That's cut through. Alright, so there we go. I've got my glitter, gorgeous, very slim glitter border there. It's very cute. Now I'm going to keep those dies handy because I've got a feeling I'm going to be cutting out some of this paper in a second. I wonder whether to go for a slightly bigger square. Cut that there. What would that be? Let's go 5 inches. 5 by 5 inches, or 12.7 by 12.7 roughly. Okay. And could cut that out the middle of that one. And then I've got some rectangle decal dies. She says. Oh. Oh, actually, I do have one that's not gone back in the packet. This one here. Could just use that one. I wonder where the packet's gone. I mean, I know I've been tidying up today, but that's just silly. Oh, found them. I think I was looking for a bigger packet. All right, no, that's fine. That's actually the perfect size. So, again, very carefully bring the machine back. Hi, Glenna. Mozzarella, cheddar or Gruyere, cream cheese and Parmesan. Ooh, yum. One of my friend's flatmates is crocheting. Very good. Hi, Jenny. Did I say hello to Heather already? No, I didn't. Oh, that hasn't cut through properly. Okay, gonna do that one again. Oh yes, a bit of white wine and cheese sauce. Actually, Jenny's here. She makes a very good cheese sauce. Cheese and leek. Yeah. Although, Jenny, do you put Marmite in your cheese sauce? I know you put it in gravy, but I saw online that we're talking about making macaroni cheese, and putting a bit of Marmite in your mac and cheese apparently makes it taste really good. Oh, I forgot to do the cutting of that. Right, what are we doing? I might go for that one. I think that one's a bit too big. Sorry. Oh, one more. And then we'll sit and make some cards. I did say either I cut with you or I do it off screen and then I'm on later on. So at least you can all talk about cheese together. Oh, right. Well, we made a basic one today. It's just lots of cheddar cheese, Jen. And then, but we've just been talking about the addition of mozzarella to make it more stringy. Which, yeah, it'd be interesting if someone Googles Hickory's. Is it Hickory's? No, what's the name of that restaurant we go to? It's Hickory's, isn't it? Their mac and cheese is nice and stringy, but I think, oh yes, and mustard. Well, I didn't have mustard, so that's why I put the paprika in, which I thought added a really nice smokiness to the proceedings. Right, let's focus, everyone. Let's get making a card. So this was going to be super simple. Look how you can just swap that out for that. And then, I don't know, maybe we could add a sentiment. Maybe I'll cut out a sentiment using the white one, or it's a nice label there. We could probably get a nice big sentiment across there. First of all, though, I need to cut a card base. Got a bit of Misty Moonlight. Oh, nice, Shaz. The circle dies are these ones here, and they're called Stylish Shapes. Dawn. Oh, right, now we need to talk about a date for the embossing folder workshop, because I was chatting to Glenna about it. So there's Glenna and there's a couple of other people who are interested in doing that. Then Oh, that's why Jenny. Ah, Jenny says she always thought she didn't like cauliflower until Ruth taught her to roast it. Yeah, there we go. That's what friends are for. Happy to help. Hi, Wendy Lit. So on the 10th of November, there's a possibility of me doing a class, but not that I'm wishing to show particular favouritism to anybody, but it did come up in conversation that it's Sandy's birthday that day, and I think Sandy has done most classes, but I have emailed her to see if she's done the one, you know, the box one, because I think there's a few of you who haven't done the pop-up box class with the flowers. So I'm just waiting to hear back from her to see if anyone wants to do that class. Because that's quite fun, that one. It's a nice one for Christmas as well. Gina says, I put a pinch of Spanish paprika and crushed red pepper flakes into my mac and cheese. You know what? That's a great idea. I love that idea. The paprika definitely helped. Oh, and we put garlic powder because we couldn't be bothered to crush a garlic clove. Yeah. We just, yeah, we cheated. Ooh, there's a lot of glue going on there, Ruth. What is happening here? Yeah. Oh, Lisa hasn't done the pop-up box. Oh, there's loads of people who want to do the pop-up box. All right, who's free on the 10th of November? It's the night before On Stage Online. So I don't want to be too late. Yes, Barb's favourite pop-up box, yes. Oh my goodness, I will never forget the look on Barb's face when she got the pop-up to work. And it was just sheer, unadulterated delight. Can I just say, if you ever want to, you know, experience pure creative joy, you just need to see somebody do something that they've, well, experience something that they've made for the first time and be so utterly delighted with it. That was Barb on the day when she got her box and she went, oh, oh, oh. I don't know if that was the voice. I don't know if that was quite the sound that she made, but that's what I imagined the sound was. It was awesome. Right. So, am I gilding the lily a bit if I put some leaves? What do you think? You know me, I'm a more is more girl. I can't help it. I can't just stick a bit of a circle down without it, you know. I might need to take it again. My box was kind of wonky. Okay. We'll sort that wonky out. Make sure it's not wonky. I know this is gilding the lily a little bit, but hey, who cares? It's just so pretty. And then I think, yeah, like a label, some sort of nice Christmas greeting across there. So the beauty of doing it this way means that you can hide all your gluing behind here and no one will ever know how messy it got. You know, it can be an absolute hot mess back here, backstage as it were. And it's going to get covered up. hot mess. That is such an American thing, I have to say. We started saying it here in the UK, but I'm sure it's an American saying that has spread. Oh, is it your first watch? First, who's attending on stage online? Sorry, that's a question for demonstrators. So if you sign up to Stampin' Up, you get the opportunity to attend their it's basically like training. So, oh, bye, Ethan. Gotta go watch Loki. Second episode. Yeah, so I haven't seen the second episode yet. All right, I think I'm going to stick that on with dimensionals. Anyone want a coffee? Oh, yeah, Anne. I'll have one vicariously through you because it's not a good idea for me to drink coffee. Well, decaf, yes, but not non-decaf at this time of night. Oh, see you, Diane. Diane, did you get the link? I sent it out. So those of you who are attending Saturday's class, you should have got the links for that class now. Also, those of you attending Friday's class, you should have got the links for that. Okay. Oh, a hot mess. Hi, Denise. Oh, cool, Denise. But you'll be doing it a bit earlier than us, won't you? No, you'll be doing it later than us. What am I saying? Yeah, you'll be doing it later in the day. Well, not later in the day, but you know what I mean. The time zone difference and everything. All right, I'm going to leave that one for now. Let's move on to this one. Oh, Denise, you just made a gorgeous card. Hi, Kaz. I will be going to On Stage at Home. Just got your box of goodies this morning. I know, I was half expecting to have mine today. Although it could be that I need to go and check the front door. Oh, it's been raining all day. No, they're very good. They do ring the doorbell. I don't know why I just did that. I've just realised. I've got a big hole with glue going through it now. Oh well. It's done now. Right, now this one, I don't actually want to cover it up too much because I've got all my lovely stamping happening there. So if I do put some leaves on this one, I don't know whether to or not, or whether just to pop a couple of snowflakes. Oh yes, let's do that. We'll just go for the snowflakes on this one. But I will stick it down with dimensionals. Now, I used to be really stingy when it comes to dimensionals, but the thing that I've realised, if you're too stingy, is that your card will collapse. So I try and take the middle ground on the whole dimensionals and how many to put on. If you feel that it's too costly or you don't want to use so much foam from an eco point of view, then I recommend getting some cardboard and just stacking up cardboard and sticking it on behind. That works perfectly well. So for this one, I've decided that, yeah, some nice snowflakes. Although you can't actually see snowflakes in this stamping, even though they are on the main one. But, I thought they were only giving the first so many people who signed up on stage. Yes, that's right. But I don't think, no, it's not free. On stage is not free. But I don't think they've reached the quota yet. I know, it was a bit confusing, I know, but I felt that Stampin' Up were in a bit of a rock and a hard place in terms of how they announced it. So, okay, so for those of you who don't know, On Stage Online is an online event and it cost roughly £70, I think it was, for a day of training, which in kind of business circles, that is, you know, pretty decent price, really. It's that's an amazing price actually. And also they said, right, we have a few thousand of these goodie boxes, but it's basically first come first serve, so get booked on. Now they made out, which I presume is true, that they had a finite number and they wouldn't be creating more goodie boxes just for the sake of it. And I presume also they've been in a situation where they've created extra goodie boxes that have been needed, and thereby they're wasting money. So I understood that they had to make some kind of announcement about it in case they ran out, and then people would be upset that they ran out. But if they hadn't explained why, then, you know. Well, I've not heard, I mean, I haven't got a goodie box yet. Mine hasn't arrived, so I'm hoping it's on its way. But I could be one of those people that didn't get one. I don't know. Right, I'm wondering whether just to write on here, because I can't be bothered to go up and get my stamp out. Do you think Joy to the World would fit on there? Joy to no, it won't. Peace would fit on there, wouldn't it? P E A C E. Although it is now not in the middle, so I could cut it off there, couldn't I? It's not very interesting, I know. Right, which die did I use? That one. Right, I'm just going to hold it there and flip it over. Just going to cut like that. There we go. So that will just sit in there. Oh, it looks rubbish. No, I'm not doing it. I've changed my mind. Ugh. Usually my handwriting's okay, but that's just like, nah. No. All right, let's go for something else. You know what? I'm just going to leave it. I will sort out sentiments all in one go later. Right, next one. Right, so this should come together quite easily because I've made lots of cards like this in the past, because I think they're just such a great use of our stamped one sheet wonders. So what colour base should I go for? Do Misty Moonlight again? I may as well. So what should we go for? 5 3/4. I know, I should have maybe done it in cursive. I know, I chickened out. I just chickened out. You didn't get one either yet. Oh, Denise, maybe you and I both are not getting one then. Yes, lots of cool goodies in the box. Can't say what's in it. Don't want to spoil the surprise. Well, I haven't heard that they have run out, so I'm presuming that they have not run out. Otherwise, I think we would have heard about it. All right, I am going to go in for using a bit of this Lush super sparkly, but not like the glitter. There's no glitter to come away. It's amazing, this stuff. All right, let's go for a bit of 5 1/2. What did Shaz ask? Shaz, is the goodie box worth it? Oh, yeah. Okay, so in the past, when you would go to an in-person event, I would say the goodie boxes were always worth it. You usually got some kind of bag. Some years they were better than others, but that's, you know, probably more to do with personal taste than anything else. You would normally get a stamp set. Now this time round, I don't know, Vicky, are you allowed to tell us if oh, that is a fair point, actually. Thank you. Yes, this time the goodie box is free. £70 pays for the online content. But anyway, if you were going in person, you would normally get a stamp set, and then you'd get a door prize, so that would earn you you'd get another stamp set, and then you'd have make and takes. But the experience in itself was worth the money, because you've got business training, you got to do networking, you know, inspiration, presentations, people would swap with you, you'd have swaps. There'd be a swap display board, so even if you didn't receive every single swap that everyone had done in the room, which is pretty nigh impossible, to be honest, unless you made 600 or thousands, you could go and have a look on the board and see what people had, you know, created. Right, I'm going to save myself some money. I'm just going to cut out 1/2 inch from here. Because you're not going to tell anyone, are you, my lovely crafting friends? You're not going to tell anybody what I did. No stamp set. No, there's no stamp set in this goodie box, but I think is there some stationery? There's usually stationery and branded stationery. Like we've had stickers in the past, pens. If you're into that kind of thing, then it was probably kind of worth it. But with On Stage Online this time, there was the option of buying the kit of products. So in the past, like an event, a day event, in-person event would actually cost a bit more than 70, but you would also get product. Whereas the option with this event was you get, you know, possibly get a goodie bag, and then there was a choice of product on top. Oh, and I tell you what one of the perks is. One of the perks of attending such events is that you get to participate in something called Product Purchase Premiere. So that means that we are going to see a sneak peek of the new mini catalogue. So I'm just I'm playing with what I'm going to put inside here. We're going to see a sneak peek of the mini. And there's going to be a selection of products that we can order ahead of anybody else, because we attended the event. So it's kind of a little bit of a perk of going. Right, I think I'm just going to stick all those layers together, and then I will do a sentiment in the middle in a bit. So let's just do all this together now. So now I'm wondering, could I cut? No, I'm not going to be that stingy. I was going to cut a bit out of the that bit of blue, but no, I think I'll leave that. So I'm putting my gorgeous pink frame down. Any other questions? When I booked, I got a pop-up telling me you got a box. Oh, I don't remember that. Maybe I didn't then. Or maybe I just don't remember. That is true, Lisa, yeah. Although I have appreciated some of the online events that we've had, particularly sort of when you get into smaller rooms. That's how Denise and I met. It was chatting in a Zoom, and we kind of, like, you don't know, some people you just click with, you know, because in the little Zoom rooms, networking rooms, you'd kind of be asked a question and you've got like a few minutes to discuss the question together, and you can kind of get a bit of a measure of people in those sessions if you know everyone has a chance to speak. And Denise and I just clicked, didn't we, Denise? And so we got in touch with each other outside of the event. Oh, I met 2 people I sat with my first on stage last year and have become very good friends. Oh, that's lovely. Which one did you go to, Judy? I met Denise in a room too. Oh, that's so cool, Janice. I had not realised that. Right, dab, dab, dabbing the glue. Right. Is there a way round this? I don't think there is. I'll just put it on. Put it on. Montreal. Oh, lovely, Judy. Oh, so do you know Denise? How far are you from Denise? And Glenna's in here, and there's quite a few Canadians. Alright, getting there. There's a few layers to this one. This is why this one's called a luxury card. A lot of layers. Now, I've deliberately kept the layers, extra layers, plain because we've got such a detailed stamp section that I didn't want to detract from that. But now I'm coming to the bit that we cut out, which I've just lost. Oh, there it is. And I'm thinking on this one we can add a bit more detail. Although I'm thinking of using the, I need a bigger circle frame. Where did I put the circle? Anybody seen them? Oh yeah, there they are. Right, so I want to put a frame that's bigger than that around it. That one. So I'm going to have to pull out my machine once more. Ooh, that might make a nice background for that. Oh, have to be out of that one. I'm just going to do that off screen. There you go. Although I should probably have cut another circle out while I was there. I'm going to do that. I've got to save the glitter paper because it's so lush. Right. Okay, save that for later. All right, so what I want to do, oh, thank you, Miss Lisa. Thank you, thank you. Oh, you're not close to, Ah, yes, there is a list of what's in the box, but we don't know what it looks like. Yes, online there is a list. All right, now I want to go die happy with this one now. So I'm gonna put. It's gonna go in the middle. You know what? I'm just gonna move that out of the way. Put some pieces of this. Three sections. Just laying out. I'll just pop that smaller circle there, and I'm going to put some dimensionals all the way around, like you saw. Oh, does anybody watch the BBC programme Ghosts? Why is that refusing to come off? Oh my word, what is going on here? That is so weird. I'm going to start again with that one. Just did not want to come off. Normally that is a way of me getting off the backing, but it's not working. That is so weird. Yeah, so the last series, I think it's the last series, has just dropped on iPlayer. No spoilers though, if you've been watching it, no spoilers. But anyway, it's just such a funny programme. I'm not usually into stuff like that, but it is just so funny. It's more to do with the group of actors, because they've worked together so often that they just are really great at ensemble acting and, you know, that group dynamic, which is I love seeing that. Okay, that is why I wanted to do that. Right, let's see if I can put some of these on. So I just rip off these bits. Oops. Hi, Shelley. Hi, Lisa Freeman. Lovely to see you. Hi. Who else is here? Hi, Navrana. I like the lattice work. Kind of looks like moss here. Oh, yeah, it does. You're quite right. Right, so I've got these little wee bits as well. Who won this, please? But I got some of these other ones as well, so let's stick some of those on. We are going full hog like decor. Maybe not that one. Maybe that one. Right, more dimensionals, of course. Stick that one there. Do one there. And can always glue some. Oh, those need poking out, these little bits. Maybe should have done that before I stuck it down, but there we go. Oh, and that one. Stick something on there and there. Oh, a bit of Lost Lagoon. Just going to keep layering. Oh, Jenny, do you recognise these? This is what I used on your birthday card. Good night, Shaz. Oh, rest up. Yeah, hope that hip feels better in the morning. Have you ever tried a dry sheet under your cast up when cutting all those dies? It makes them just fall out so easily. Yes, I used to do that, Lisa. To be quite honest, since having the new machines, I've not felt that we've needed to have it anymore, because they just seem to fall out so easily anyway. Occasionally I'll need to poke them out from the dies, but not as much as like when we used to have the Sizzix. I just feel that our new machine is just really, really good. And so it just seems to work beautifully. Right, now I was going to put snowflakes somewhere on this one, but we kind of used them all up already. Oops. Alright, I obviously didn't cut out as many as I thought. Right, so that is going to go on there with that. So I'm just looking at where things might just need moving up a bit. Yes, I can definitely fit a few more things on this one. Let's go for something a bit longer. Alright, so I'm missing maybe something from this side here. But again, if I move that up a bit, there we go. I was being a bit too cautious, I think, because I didn't want it showing. That's better. Alright, so let's put a good amount of... Now, when I say be generous, it doesn't mean put lots of glue, as in put a thick amount, but just put lots of thin amount, because the danger of putting a thick amount is that when you pat it down, it will split out from underneath. You don't really want that happening on your card. So let's just lay that down, and I'm going to just grab a block. Oh no, I'll stick. Oh, you know what? I'm like, do I stick that on? Yes, let's put some. I was going to stick a block over the top, but I've just realised there's lots of sticky going on in there, and we don't want. So I'm going to put some dimensionals first, and then stick that central piece in. Oh, Dawn's read that using the dry sheets harms them. Oh, where did you read that, Dawn? I don't know how it would harm them. Is that because... What are dry sheets made of? Are they made from plastic? Actually, I think I used to use wax paper when I used to do it. Oh, take care, Lisa. You're driving to Melbourne. Oh, safe journey. Just massaging my card a little bit. Google, where else? That's so funny. Actually, I was just on the phone to an old school friend of mine. I'm not in touch with many folks from my school days, but this friend I have stayed in contact with. And she was just asking my advice on something, and we were trying to figure out if a business contact that she'd made, whether or not it was like a bona fide contact. And so I just Googled. I just looked up. So she, yeah, I've got to be careful not to give away too much detail, but basically, she had a location for somewhere, and the fact that it was something like a coffee shop, and I literally Googled coffee shop, the name of the town and the state, and I said, "Well, you've only got a choice of 3 coffee shops." I said, "But one's a Starbucks, so it won't be that one," because I knew it was an independent. "You've got a choice between this one and this one." And she went, "How do you know that?" I went, "Just Googled it." And yeah, it turned out the first one I chose was the correct one. So yeah, she went, "Oh, you're good at Google stalking." I was like, "Yep." Oh, take care, Barbara. Are you packing? Oh no, actually, oh yes, no, I think she's packing. Right, I'm going to cut this because I think I'd like a very fine line of cardstock showing underneath. So I'm actually going to go for 5 and, what's that, 5 and 5/8. Dawn, are you laughing at my Google stalking? I wouldn't laugh too hard, you might be next. Well, you know, sometimes you just need to check out if what people are saying are true, don't you? So out come the Google. Ooh, I need to order some more of this. Is that fresh Freesia? Yes. Alright, so this card base is going to be 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Wow, 67 of you in the house tonight. Lovely to see you all. This is the highest it's been for a little while. Lovely to have you all here. I know some of you haven't subscribed yet. Just saying. Because I Google stalked you. No, I'm joking. I didn't Google stalk you. YouTube Google stalked you and told me. Yeah, YouTube gives me all these like statistics. So I know how old most of you are. Please don't get scared. I don't get individual breakdowns on you all. It just gives me numbers. So Stephen's home from his work trip to Texas. Oh, already, Heather. That was quick. Did you enjoy your week of stamping? Did you get much done? You seem quite productive. I saw some wreaths that you'd stamped on and you'd put on Artful Stampin Space. Another Honour's got me on twice. On the TV and the chat on my phone. Yeah, but if you're signed into through the same account, I think it'll know. It knows. It knows. Lol, older than nails. No, I think Dawn Stampin' Thoughts is Dawn Griffiths, is that right? Actually, I'm channeling Dawn at the moment, Dawn Griffiths, if that's the right name. because she does the whole, you know, wearing tops like this. I have never owned a top like this. And I found it in my drawer, and I'm not quite sure how it got there, to be honest. But as soon as I slipped my fingers through those thumb holes, I was like, I'm Dawn from Dawn Stampin' Thoughts. I actually can do a takeoff of her voice, but I won't do that in public because that's just rude. But I can do the voice. She's a very, very bubbly lady. If anyone's ever watched her channel, she is just like super bubbly, super high energy. She's so cool. Right, I have a problem, people. I didn't cut the corners very carefully. So I am going to cheat and use a corner rounder. I mean, it's an old Stampin' Up one. But I'm going to use an old corner rounder. Liz likes these tops, does she? Ah. I can see why people do like them. They're very comfy. They keep your wrists warm. I do like wearing wrist warmers. Okay, which way around do we want this? I think that way around. It's lovely having that bit of sparkle in that background. She's very bubbly. She is. Yeah, she's me on a day when I've drunk lots of coffee. Maybe she does drink lots of coffee. I don't know, but you know. Right. Okay. I think that's it for this one. I can't think what else to put on it. Apart from the sentiment, which I'm going to do a whole load of sentiments in a minute. What's the time though? Oh, we're over an hour. I don't know if I'll get them done tonight. I'm still not 100% back into tip-top health shape, I have to say. Me and my husband have just had some weird bug. That, you know, you're not so unwell that you've got to go to bed, but you're not quite there. So I find some things just take twice as long, and then you have a burst of energy and you're fine, and then you're like, oh no. All right, that's cute. Well, I'm not enjoying these little strain bit things here. Right, how much have I got left of that paper? Ooh, I've got that piece to do something with, haven't I? Although I'm feeling very uninspired by that piece of paper. I have that, and I have that. Okay. I'm going to have to think hard on that one. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it there for today, because I did say to you that I was going to show you a collage style card, and I haven't actually got around to doing it. But I do want to. Sorry, I'm just having another look to see if I can find it to show it you, or at least show you the diagram of it. Oh, here it is. Right. All right, so I can show you what it looks like. So anyway, I'll come back another night and do this card with you and give you all the dimensions for it. But I will make the card using these scraps. So I'm going to stick all these in a bag for another day. because I think my energy levels need replenishing by sleep. So I think I'll leave that for tonight, everybody. Sorry about that. I know, sorry, it might felt like I've come to a bit of an abrupt end. But I just know that for me to start making this, it's going to be like a good half an hour process. And I didn't realise I've already been on for an hour and a quarter. So don't worry. I will put all these bits together and reconvene and use all these lovely bits of card and so on, and we will probably make maybe 2 or 3 even, if that kind of thing. Make it a frame with all the leaves coming into the middle. That is a good idea. Just put it on again. Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, that would work. Okay, we'll hold that thought for next time. Let's just go over what I've done. I'm going to keep that with that and put it in a big bag, big plastic bag, and then we'll go from there. Right, so I'll go over all the different dies that I've used tonight. So I'm just tidying up my desk, trying to figure out what I need to show you. Oh, we'll keep that. Oh, that's a card, that's a card, that's a card, and that's a card. Right, those are the cards. Right, let's go over the dies then, as I try and tidy them up. So this one here is called Timeless Arrangements. Now, if you didn't know already, when you get the die sets, it obviously has the name of it there, but down here has the number. And occasionally they get it wrong, Stampin' Up! Put the wrong number, but very, very occasionally. But it's really useful to know it. And if you want to sort of maybe make it a bit more prominent, you can write in Sharpie or something on your case. So it just helps with kind of stock control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm missing one. Okay, well, at least I know that I'm missing one. That's all right. Right. The other thing is that on one of the dies, it will have the code number for the product code, like this one here. There, is that the one? Oh yeah, there it is. So on one of the dies of any of the sets, it actually has the code 159183, and that's the order number code 159183. So this one has got 15, so 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, that's all those accounted for. That's that one out of there. So this was the deckled circles dies, and that one is called the Stylish Shapes. This one is called Season of Chic, I believe. Oh no, it's just called Chic. Right, what's the number of that one? 19. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, found the other one. 18, 19. Found it. So it is worth checking before you put them away. And That's the one that was missing from this one. This is the deckled rectangles set. All right, so that was all the dies that I used. I'll go over the colours with you now. So on these two I used, oh, three in fact, 3 cards here. I use Misty Moonlight as the card base. So it's not quite as dark as Night of Navy, but it's a really nice vintage dark blue. It's lovely. And use some papers from the Countryside in DSP. So here we've got, this is like the innie and the outie of these 2 pieces of card here. So this is one that I stamped yesterday, and I cut that circle out that middle, so we've ended up making 2 cards from that one. They both need sentiments, I know, but there we go. So that one's got some leaves in there as well. Use this gorgeous glimmer paper. I can't remember the name of it. I will look it up in the catalogue in a second. Then a square one using a square, I think that was 5 inches by 5 inches, piece of the stamped paper that I did, and then just layered it up using a variety of different backgrounds, matting layers. So I've got Night of Navy in there, and also the fresh Freesia glitter, which is so pretty. And it'd be nice just to pop something in the middle of there. And then that's the section from there, and then we've just layered that up with lots of beautiful leaf dies. And then the pink, or fresh Freesia, is the section that I cut out from that one there. So lots of kind of, you know, repurposing and not wasting pieces, and all the die pieces were cut out of scraps, so that was kind of cool. So there you go. You've got sort of, I know they're not quite finished. I know I kind of cheated a little bit by not quite finishing them, but we've got the beginnings of some luxury cards. Perhaps that one not so much. That one I wouldn't call a luxury card, but certainly when you're talking into 3 or 4 layers of card and die cuts, that's when I deem it luxury. Right, let's have a look at the papers that I use. So they're on the speciality papers page, which I can never quite remember because they're not actually near the other ones, which is not helpful. Stamping up. They do every year. They do this. They move the items around, and it takes me a year to figure out where to find stuff, and then it gets changed again. So I end up doing a lot of this. Oh, it is kind of near. Oh, I lied. I just expected it. I think for me, I expect the basic stuff, then the speciality. But no, they put the speciality before the basics. Okay, right. It's this combination. No, it's not. It's this combination here. Soft shimmer. Oh, I lied. I didn't lie. I mistook. That pink is not fresh Freesia. It is, in fact, Bubble Bath. Bubble Bath. Yes. Oops. Never mind. Well, it's kind of close enough to fresh Freesia. There we go. Right, so it's soft shimmer, and you get 5. It says you get 5 double-sided sheets. No, that's incorrect. No, that's incorrect. You get, they're not double-sided, they're single-sided. Ah, okay, I think that's an error. Let me just double check what it says on the website, because I'm hoping that they updated the website. What's it called? Soft shimmer. Sometimes there are printing errors, you know. It does happen. Five single-sided sheets. There we go. You get 1 of each colour. Yeah, they updated the website. Yeah. So they're not double-sided, they're single-sided. Yeah, there's some really lovely specialty papers. Ooh. Oh, that's gold foil. I thought that was a new gold, but no. These are quite nice as well. These are sort of shimmery, but not glittery. I would say that these ones are more glittery than shimmery. And let's not I'm still, you know, mourning the loss of the shimmer white cardstock. But anyway, there we go. Right, my lovelies, thank you so much for joining me today. Really lovely to see you all. Navarana, rest well. And you've got a busy weekend ahead of you, Navarana. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Shelley. Lovely to see you. Thank you, Wendy. Great to see you all. Wrong Dawn. Nice to talk to you anyway. Yeah. Ah. Oh, yes. Go for it, Denise. Yes. So the colours that I used in the One Sheet Wonder were Balmy Blue, Misty Moonlight, Lost Lagoon, Shaded Spruce, Pretty Peacock, Blackberry Bliss, and Fresh Freesia. I've actually put the list of colours in the last night's video. Okay. All right. Take care, everyone. Oh, have I heard back? Let me just double check to see if I've heard back from Sandy about what class to do on the 10th. No, Sandy hasn't got back to me. Okay, if anyone is interested, then I know some of you did say it in the live chat, but please, 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 can you just email me if you're interested in doing the pop-up box, and I will put an announcement on the Artful Stampin space. If you want to do this workshop on Friday the 10th, please email me and let me know that you would like to do it, and I'll start making a list for that one. And we're still setting a date for the embossing folder one. I haven't quite set a date for that one yet. Okay, I think that is it for tonight. Thank you all for your company, and I'll see you all very, very, very soon. Lots of love. Bye.